Hey Mini enthusiasts, how are you doing? Welcome back. I hope you're having a great day. Today's episode we're going to do an unboxing. You can probably guess what they are, but there is a little bit of a story behind these wheels if you hadn't guessed what they were. So I originally went to Bingley Hall Mini Fair back in January with the intention of buying some Rover Minilight replica wheels. I thought I'd go and see how close they were to the originals, as opposed to having my old wheels on Sprout refurb, because it was going to cost me 300 quid. And I thought, by the time I put tyres on them as well, I could probably buy a brand new set of wheels. Well, in fact, I would have been able to buy a brand new set of wheels. So I thought I'll have a look at them at Bingley. I went up there with Mark. We had the Land Rover and the minivan there. And the intention was, if they looked really good, if I was happy with the finish and they looked original, rather than refurbing, I would buy them up at Bingley Hall. So I went to, so it was Huddersfield Mini Spares up there. They had the wheels on display, but not the tyres I wanted. They had the wheels with the Falken tyres. And obviously, in my mind, I was building Sprout to a budget. I did want to go for the 165/60/12, the wider profile tyres, but I didn't want to spend out the money on Yokohamas or Falken tyres, just because in the back of my mind I've had this sort of, I must keep to a budget, I mustn't go mad with a Mini, because at some point I want to sell it and I want to make sure I get my money back. Well, that's kind of gone out the window in the last couple of weeks. Really just because the amount of prep work that's gone into Sprout, the stuff I've been doing, I have been building it as if it was my own car, and I've spent far too much time on it. I say I've spent too much money on it, but I've put all heritage panels on it, even down to just recently doing the door skin. I could have got a Magnum door skin for less than half the price. In the end, I went for a heritage door skin. And just the car itself, so it's now being painted by Mark. I know he's going to do a fantastic job of it. The body is, you know, about as original as you can get on a Mini. I know it's had lots of panels replaced on it, but generally it's in pretty good nick. I know the work's been done to a high standard. I know genuine panels are being used, good quality parts, things like the wheel bearings, I've just done them, and all through this is probably where I'm not very good at this. So originally the intention, when I first saw it on eBay, I thought that Mini's reasonably cheap. I can do that over the winter, spend a few quid on it, sell it in the summer, and you know, I make a few quid from the work over the winter. Well, that's kind of gone out the window because I've got too involved, because I've spent too much money on it. Then the idea was I'd do it, I'd use it for the IMM in Germany and then put it up for sale. But the more and more I look at that car, I look at PL and I look at Vinny, and I think, when that car's done, when that's painted, when I start putting all the bits back on, that's going to be the best Mini I've got. And I'll struggle to find another one that I know is in as good a condition as that and has been repaired to that standard and hasn't got a load of filler in it and has been repaired properly. And I'm just going to kick myself in the future that I let that Mini go. So I've kind of taken the stance that I'm going to keep it now. So yeah, going back to the tyres. So originally I was going to get Rover replica wheels. I was going to get Nankang tyres on it because they were cheaper. They didn't have them in stock at Bingley, but they said order them online, you'll get them online. I got home from Bingley that evening, I think it was the 26th. Placed an order. They phoned me up Tuesday or Wednesday to say the tyres were out of stock and they'd take 3 to 5 weeks to come in stock, I think. So I waited patiently, waited 5 weeks, nothing turned up. So then they told me they were going to be dispatched by a certain date. That didn't happen, and then I phoned her back again last week. I was getting a little bit annoyed now, and I said, look what's going on, and they said we should be able to get them to you by the end of the month. And I kind of said, well, is that guaranteed? I couldn't be 100% sure. Anyway, they were really nice up there, and you know, they were helpful. They phoned me. They understood I was getting a bit frustrated by it, and that's all that matters. You just want someone to phone you up and say, look, we're really sorry about this. Anyway, because I'm keeping it now, I wouldn't want to drive around with Nankang tyres on there. Nothing against Nankang, but I like Falken. They're good tyres. Yokohama's are a little bit better, softer compound, but this car's not about tracks or racing or anything like that, and I think the Falkens would be really good tyres. So I paid the extra. It cost me an extra 54 quid, but it's, you know, it's my car now, I'm keeping it, so why not put decent quality tyres on it? So without further ado, let's get these wheels unwrapped and see what they look like. Wow, they're certainly very shiny. All the dust caps and valves are nice. They've got chrome or stainless valves on them. I'm pretty pleased with them. If I'd had my old wheels refurbished, they'd have been done by a company local to us. They've done P-House wheels. They've done a really fantastic job actually. They do come back looking almost brand new, but you can see the odd imperfection in them. But these, great, you can't beat brand new really, can you? Let me just have a look. Even the centre caps are the original sort of style. I've got the old centre caps. Anything I was worried about here was the silver. No, wow. I'm well pleased with that. They look fantastic, don't they? Look at that. Well, I'm pleased I chose to do that now because that looks brilliant. Yeah, brand new set of tyres on there. And a nice new shiny set of wheels. Great stuff. So just looking at these wheels a little bit closer, I'm absolutely chuffed to bits. They look really good. I'm really pleased I decided to do that rather than have them refurbished now. They are identical to the original Rover wheels. It'd be very hard to tell the difference. Obviously there'll be some markings that are a little bit different, but I'm really pleased. So this is the original centre cap, and the silver is, it's very hard to tell the difference anyway, taking in mind these would have aged. So really pleased with that. There's an old wheel there just to give you a bit of a comparison. So yeah, it's really flaky, a little bit scabby. That's probably the worst of the old wheels. As you can see, the inside's pretty manky, and that doesn't hold pressure, that, and that'll be because probably the bead is corroded, the inside of the alloy. Two of the wheels do stay inflated though, and I'll probably keep them as spare wheels. I might even refurbish these at some point myself, because you can do it yourself. It just takes a bit of time rubbing stuff down. And there's the original centre cap. So again, the centre caps they come with are pretty naff. As you can see, they're not painted silver, they are just silver plastic. So they'd look all right with a badge in the middle, but if you compare it to like an original Rover one, where it's actually paint coloured on the inside, it's much better.